Good morning. Welcome back to day 4 of Mexico City. I'm again here in Roma. I just had my usual breakfast at Padaria Rosetta. And now I'm just going to take a little walk through this neighborhood and see what there is to see. It was a little cool this morning, but it has warmed up. And the sun is shining. On this beautiful day here in Mexico City. So technically this is my last day at this apartment that I've been renting for 4 nights, and I haven't decided where I'll go next. I was here the other time, yeah. Haven't decided where I'll go next. It'll be a surprise, I guess. We'll find out tomorrow. I'm still kind of deciding. I might stay here, but I do have 4 more nights before going back. And I'm thinking of maybe going to another city to do some vlogging. I'm not sure yet. Let's see how it goes. So I was doing a little research. I was speaking to somebody yesterday I had lunch with about Condesa, the area where I'm currently staying. And apparently, historically, Condesa was, in the 20s, earlier in the last century. Condesa, that area around the Park of Mexico, was the site of a horse racetrack for horses. And that's why it's sort of like an oval around the park. And that street, Amsterdam, is a street that is like an oval, an avenue that circles the park. And apparently that street called Amsterdam is the street that was the original racetrack itself. It's kind of cool, right? I thought that was kind of cool. So, yeah, that's the history of Condesa. I might go in here and get some water. I'm kind of thirsty. I'll get it later. I'll be back soon. There's an OXXO over there. Let me get it there. So I'm still in Roma. Just wandering around. I got a 12 o'clock meeting in about 2 hours. I'm just gonna go in here and get some water. And actually tomorrow is the last day of my free roaming. After that I think I might have to switch to a SIM card. Okay, this is too big. I don't want something that big. Something smaller. Got my water. I feel good now. So I also bought some cell coverage for tomorrow. Tomorrow's my last day of getting free roaming. So this is, some more of the Roma neighborhood. Lots of cute cafes. It's nice. Pastry shops. A little bit of a grocery store. Nice place to hang out. Nice. You know, the funny thing is I always bring shorts and a t-shirt for the gym when I come to Mexico. Like every time I bring gym shorts. I never go to the gym. I think I did once in Playa del Carmen. And that was it. Somehow when I'm traveling, I'm not in the mood to go to the gym. Maybe if I was sticking around longer, I would, but I guess I'm just too curious. I need more of the mental stimulation. Colima. That's the street. That's the street you want to remember. Colima. So this is the way Mexicans eat here. Buenos días.
Hola, buen día.
¿Qué es? ¿Tamales?
No,
Taco.
tacos de canasta.
Ah, bueno. Taco, it's beautiful, see? You want to have a really cheap breakfast? You have some tacos. It's doable. It's what most normal Mexicans have for breakfast. El gym. These apartments look really nice up there to the right. Rosetta, the restaurant. It's nicely clean the sidewalks. These apartments right here look really great. The balconies right across from this place. Apparently this used to be a doctor's house, a personal physician to the president of Mexico. Nice. Welcome back. I'm walking back to my hood. I just walked from Roma down here and just visiting the sites and checking out the neighborhood, seeing what's up. So a little bit more information on La Condesa, that area that I'm staying in, which literally means the Countess. The Countess. I believe her name was the Countess of Marival. Please forgive me if I didn't pronounce it right. And she held all these lands. All these lands were hers in the 20s. And she typically held horse races on her land. So that road that circles the Park of Mexico, Amsterdam, is where her track would have been when she held private horse races there. And eventually, the land was given up to the city, and they renovated it. They couldn't do anything to the park because of the environmental laws, but they built around the park, and that's where you have all like the condos and everything around the park. But the park itself has no buildings or anything. Also, you look around there, the buildings are made in a very Art Deco style, very typical of the 20s and 30s. There's a lot of Art Deco. It's hard to see because of the trees are obscuring a lot of the buildings, but if you look closely, quite a few of the buildings have that Art Deco style. Really cool. So that's what I know about it. So, I mean, it's a toss-up between staying in Roma or Condesa. They're both really nice. They both have like great restaurants and coffee shops. They're both not too far away from each other, so you can easily kind of go in between. The prices are kind of about the same. I would say Condesa may be a little bit more pricier if you're looking for an apartment. There's probably more options in Roma. But that's about it. Hopefully I've given you enough information to decide for yourself. Decide for yourself what might be best, where you want to stay. As far as noise, they're both equally the same. If you're sensitive to noise, I would definitely read the reviews, because the reviews are going to tell you if a place is noisy or not. And always travel with earplugs in any event. I travel with earplugs. I travel with an eye mask, so if I have to cover my eyes because of the light, lack of curtains or whatever, I do that. That's something I haven't done yet. I haven't taken the metro yet. Something I kind of want to do, but I haven't gotten around to it. And I still haven't decided what I'm doing tomorrow. Crazy, huh? One thing you guys need to do as solo travelers, and if you're traveling for an extensive period of time, is really to budget carefully. Because I find, like in my situation, I tend to go over budget. I don't know, for some reason I tend to end up spending more than I intended to. That's just been my experience. So if I were you guys, I would pad it. I would pad your budget 10 to 20% contingency, because you just start. I'm not even buying stuff. I just think I like eating and going to good restaurants, and that costs money. Here in Mexico, you go to a half decent restaurant and you look on the menu. I mean, okay, you can come here and you can spend 11 pesos and get this wonderful taco. Beautiful, look at that. Look at that. Bueno, beautiful. You get one of these tacos for 10 pesos, 11 pesos. Beautiful, right? But maybe you don't want to eat tacos. Maybe you don't want to eat that. Maybe not every day. You know, street food's not for everybody. So go to a half decent restaurant. I'm saying half decent. I'm not saying top of the line. And not like, you know, Burger King. I'm talking like mid-level restaurant. And a dish is going to be anywhere from 200 to 300 to 400 pesos. If you're having meat, like beef or steak, you're talking 500 pesos, maybe 600 pesos, depending on the cut. But nothing under 200 pesos, unless it's an appetizer. You know, if it's a main, you're paying, you know, 290, 300 pesos, average. Now, add a drink, a couple of drinks, add maybe an appetizer, add maybe dessert or coffee afterwards here. Yeah, you're getting close to 1,000 pesos, which is not unrealistic. You know, if you're taking someone out, if you're doing a light lunch, just to give you some figures, because I've been doing this and I got a feel for it. You're taking a friend out, you both have like maybe an appetizer, each have a main dish, you know, maybe a couple beers, boom, 1,000 pesos, done. That's what it's gonna cost. Now, if you want to take your friend for tacos for 10, 15 pesos each, that's your prerogative. But if you want to have a nice sit-down meal, and then, you know, there's tips. Tips are very, you know, kind of like they're up to you, right? What do you want to give? Tips are tips, right? Tips are tips. Up to you. I tend to tip anywhere from 10 to 15%, depending on the service, and also depending on who's serving me. Sometimes I just want to give them more, just because it's discretionary. In other words, it's up to you. Make sure I'm recording. So those are the economics of coming to Mexico City. Food, it's not cheap. Then again, you can eat cheap if you want to eat cheap. You know, like you go to New York City, there are places where you can buy pizza slices for $1. No problem. Right? When I lived in New York, I would go to this restaurant called Dojo's. Those two locations, I believe. One was in near Washington Park, The other was in the East Village on 8th Street, St. Mark's. And I would get like a tofu burger with a pile of rice and some of their miso sauce. Very filling. Bit of salad, you know, iceberg lettuce, nothing special. $8 at the time, US. Amazing. You know, New York prices $8 and it's nutritional. Sit down, you know, you throw in a tips, okay, $10. You got a healthy, nutritional, filling meal, right? Breakfast, you can get a muffin and a coffee for like back then, $3, $3.50, right? Probably not now. So you can live cheap that way in New York. And the same thing here in Mexico City, any other city. There are options for living cheap. But again, if you're only here for a week and you want to enjoy and you want to have like a nice sit down dinner with your friends, then it's going to be more money. I found this place, that's nice. Café Comunidad, Community Cafe, Blanco Yoga. Looks like a cute little spot. Like that. Buenos días. Yoga. Hola, buenas tardes. ¿Cuánto vale yoga?
Para la clase de yoga, ¿sí? ¿De qué lado le da el informe?
Ok. Buenas tardes. ¿Cuánto vale clases de yoga para cada?
Clase suelta, dropping class,
Yeah.
310 pesos.
Sí. Y, do you have a schedule?
Yes. If you scan the QR code,
Okay.
the regular schedule, the prices of the dropping,
Okay.
and styles,
Great. We have one. Condesa. Yeah, that's it. Okay, thank you. All right. And what kind of yoga is it? Ashtanga?
Ashtanga, Dharma, Vinyasa, Rocket.
Okay, great. Thank you. I love these yoga spaces. So cool. Nice. It's a little community cafe with looks like, pastries, drinks. Hey guys, do you have a menu?
Yes.
I'm just gonna check out the menu. Gracias. Oh, breakfast. Okay, I'll have a look. Yeah? So let's have a look at the menu. This is the breakfast menu. Actually, it's pretty reasonable. Looks like everything here is under 200 pesos. Chilaquiles is, you know, still not bad. That's pretty good. This is another menu. The drink or cafe menu. The coffee prices and the matcha prices are about the same. I might come here. It's nice. Cerveza. It's good. Kombucha. It's pretty good. I think I'm going to make a note of this place. Let me just make a note of this. Yeah, so that's actually a really good place. I think I'm going to go there tomorrow. Opens at 8. I might go there later. Who knows? Looks like a cool little spot. Like healthy, nice vibes. Very close to my hotel. So, all good. So where was I? I was talking about... Let me see how much battery. I got lots of battery. I was talking about budgeting and prices here in Mexico City. So as I was saying, dinner and lunch to some degree, but especially dinner is going to cost you, like I said, if you're out with a friend, 1,000 to 1,200 pesos for like just a light dinner, maybe a couple of glasses of wine. That's it, you know? So 1,000, 1,200 and up. You can go up to like 1,500. And you know what? Relative to big cities, it's okay. It's good. But again, don't come here thinking it's cheap. Places to stay, they're more expensive. Condesa is one of the priciest neighborhoods, right? So you're gonna pay, you know, where I'm staying, it's about 150 to 160 US dollars a night, which is not bad. I mean, compared to New York City, it's cheap, but it's still not cheap relative to Mexico. If you go to other areas of Mexico, you will find cheaper accommodations, but not here. So keep that in mind. You'll have to budget these things accordingly. And then there's the activities. If you want to go out, go to, you know, here it is, Avenida Amsterdam. So this is Amsterdam Avenue, and this is the avenue that was the racetrack that I talked to you about earlier. So it was around here that the horses would race. As you can see, there's a bit of construction and development, which is not uncommon because this place is, you know, it's pricey, and you know, apartments here will cost you apparently anywhere from 30 to 40,000 pesos a month. You know, I imagine an apartment like this one, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, is going to be about that. So that's something to keep in mind if you're thinking of staying long term in Condesa, then it's going to be pricey. But if I had to live in Mexico City, maybe for a month or so, for work or something like that, I would probably choose this area over Palenque. Or Roma's nice, but I think this area is nicer. Just my opinion. I think Roma's nice to visit, but this area, if you find a quiet spot. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about, the Art Deco. This is traditional Art Deco. I don't know if you could see here the detail of this building. The way it's all beautifully preserved, actually. They preserved it very well. You know, like these angles, the colors, you know. Look at that, curves. Very Art Deco. Very Art Deco. Now there are some more modern looking There's modern, tall apartment buildings like that, which probably aren't as nice as the Art Deco ones, but still kind of nice. And across the street we have the dog park. So I guess if you live here in these apartments, you're gonna hear dogs all day barking. Anyways, I'm back at my place and I'll catch up with you guys this afternoon. Thanks for watching.
Por el día y la noche se aparecen. Hablamos de Dios pero no sabemos dar amor. Critico al de la esquina, al vecino y al que tiene buena vida. Y el que no tiene nada, vámonos a la chingada. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? Vamos a ver como los cerros, las flores y los mares le cantan a la vida. Ve como los cerros, las flores y los mares le cantan a la vida, le cantan con amor, cántale con reflexión. No me voy a callar, no me quiero callar. Con mis canciones de amor, mis canciones de paz. No me voy a callar, no me quiero callar. Con mis canciones de amor. Y por la humanidad con amor.
Something. There's always some fun going on. Mexico's full of fun. Okay. What a day. What a day. This is interesting. Nice, friendly people. Nice, friendly people. Here we go. What a life. Well, it's warmed up a bit. It was cool this morning, but it's warmed up. I remember this place. I remember walking by this place. Oh my God, these are so good. A lot of sugar though. It's a lot of sugar. And I'm trying to avoid sugar. For obvious reasons. We're back again in Roma. Enjoying the Roma scene. I still haven't picked a hotel or a place to go tomorrow. I'm almost 99% sure I'm going to stay in Mexico City. Oaxaca just seems like a bit far away in my head. The flights are about $250. It's not too bad. And accommodation there is pretty reasonable. But I don't know. I'm not sure I feel like hopping there right now. Wait, this is the church I walked by there the other day. Pizza. Mama. Cool.
Hola.
Nice.
Buenas tardes.
It's a pizza place. back in the park, the Rio de Janeiro park. This doesn't look good. There's a guy here getting IV. It doesn't look too good. I hope he's okay. A lot of unfortunate things happen here. Well, Mexico is definitely, especially Mexico City, is definitely in this kind of transition phase of going from, economically depressed to becoming a kind of a prosperous economy. The peso's been going up and up and up, which makes it more expensive. And part of that is just the money coming in from tourism and expats. But eventually people stop coming here as much because the peso is so high and things are becoming more expensive. It's not the cheap getaway that it used to be. So hopefully Mexico will still be a reasonable place to come to for most people.
Pues más o menos, ya me entiendes, hubiera dicho trabajo aquí, como que traigo el trip chido, ahí me voy a juntar con ustedes, a ver, les va a ayudar aquí. 105 palabras.
And here we are at my favorite place. I think I'm just gonna go there and grab a seat and do a little bit of homework for now. Maybe I'm gonna have a seat here at the bar. Seems to be a quiet time here now. Back at the Padaria Rosetta, my home away from home. I'm gonna get myself a pastry, and I really need to make up my mind where I'm going next. I got 4 more days, well actually 5 nights. And, let's see what happens. I'll see you in a bit.
¿Eso es para la casa? Por eso, pues, eso es aparte.
Let's see what this is. Okay, go ahead.
Entonces, esos dos
Esos dos juntos.
Uno de canela también en ese.
Dulce de leche, ¿ok?
No, de canela, de canela.
Canela, ok, ok.
¿Esto qué es?
Esta es una focaccia de jitomate, es salada.
Sí, de eso es lo que más tienes.
Por ahora solamente ese, o había que es un pan igual de focaccia, tiene jitomate y queso parmesano.
This is such a good place. I think this is the one I'm going to get.
Quiero un hilo de...
Ahí tengo yo, ya se los terminaron.
Está en rambo de...
Muy rico, es de temporada y tiene crema pastelera también.
So I think I'm just going to grab a seat at the bar there. Jose.
¿Hola?
Jose. 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 Nombre.
Se llama José. Si quieres... ¿Dónde estamos juntos?
Un momento.
Yeah, I just...
Este es un polvorón de pinole. ¿Verdad? Ok.
¿Cuántos más?
Van 3. Bueno, en total 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Ok, y el pan salado, una barra de los
Tengo maíz con ceniza, centeno.
Está rico el de maíz con ceniza. Sí,
Vale, ¿quieres que lo rebanen o no?
sí. No, acá la pusiste, ¿ves? Ok, no, pero yo pago. No.
¿Tu orden está de este lado? ¿Está correcta?
Sí.
¿Y a qué nombre pongo su orden?
¿Perdón?
¿A qué nombre pongo su orden?
Ilana.
Ilana, ¿verdad? Sí. Tenían 545. Le van a aparecer opciones en la pantallita. Es opcional, sale pues elegir.
So I just wanted to show you what a work of art this thing is. I also wanted to show you that it cost me 69 pesos here. That's the address. 69 pesos. It's a wonderful deal for what it is. So I'm just going to enjoy it. In the meantime, I'm looking at booking.com to see what my options are. Well, day 4. Just about 7 in the evening, and I'm off to meet a friend somewhere downtown. I have no idea where it is. It's called Oxford 12, and it sounds very mysterious. I don't know what I'm getting into. I just met this person like a few days ago, but it's been an interesting kind of diversion, and I like these interesting things. I'm a very curious person. I like taking risks, and yeah, hopefully this will be fun. If not, no big deal. So let's see what happens. I'm just waiting for my Uber. I'll take it from there. Well, I'm waiting outside. Oh, look. Mira, mi amore. Está tan linda. Oh, beautiful. Hello, ¿cómo estás?
Bien. ¿Tú?
Oh, sí, tan linda que la está. I'll check later.